Good morning, everyone, even though this video definitely isn't gonna post in the morning. I woke up this morning and I was like, you know what I want to do? Play more Scarlet Hollow, because I'm having a really fun time with this game. And I have been playing it back to back in recordings, which is going to be a pain for editing sake, but it's fine. What matters is I am having fun. So, without further ado, back into episode 3. Lit by the orange hues of the setting sun, the library feels different. What was once a quaint building in the small town now stands as an imposing structure, its walls holding something that stares back at you with menace. Maybe Stella's right. Maybe ghosts aren't real and the rest of tonight is going to be a pleasant break from the events of the past few days. You know that's not the case. There's something old and powerful in there. You can feel it stir as the sun sets and daylight fades away. You can't help but feel like you're about to walk into a slasher movie. You run through a mental list of everyone who's joining you, trying to figure out if you'd make it to the end. Who are you kidding? Order doesn't matter. Stella or Kanika is probably the final girl. Just as its exterior was intimidating in the setting sun, the inside of the library is dark, its shadows deep and foreboding. The meet and greet with the mayor ended quite some time ago, and the throngs of visitors took whatever joy was in this place with them as they left. Hey, Oscar! Are you back yet? Shh, you can't yell in a library. It's against the rules. It's after hours. Rules only apply before 5 p.m. Now it's our domain. Hey, you're just in time. Rosalina's situated in the back room. Alexis is going to keep her company while we hopefully get this all sorted out. I'd love for her to be able to sleep in her own bed tonight. How is she doing? She's not quite as chipper as when she was on stronger meds, but she's still doing surprisingly well. Alexis has been by her side non-stop. She's been a really good friend. Rosalina and I are both lucky to have her right now. I'm glad she's back home at least, and we'll be able to get her back into her real home in no time. I've come fully loaded. Got my EMF reader, temperature gauge, spirit box, infrared camera, UV light, video cameras, salt, flashlights for everybody in case the ghost messes with the electricity, parabolic microphone, Sharpies, and paper for automatic writing, matches, and candles for rituals. Oh my god, we're literally gonna play Phasmo. I fucking love Phasmophobia. Oh, and an Ouija board. I know they're toys, but you never know what might come in handy. Wow, this is a lot of ghost hunting stuff for something that's so last minute. Just have this stuff ready to go in a bug out bag or something? Of course I do. I actually stashed a couple of bags here overnight after I got back from the mines. Excuse me? I wasn't about to carry everything around all day. This way we can go in light and pop out to grab more stuff once things start getting spooky. I may never have found any compelling evidence of ghosts, but that's not for a lack of trying. And after last night, I'm more than ready to try again. Yeah, like, for real, why? I mean, it'd be like that in small towns sometimes. Okay, so this is all... Double down on aliens, even though I said I don't really believe aliens visited Earth. There's something back there. I can feel it. Really? This is exciting. I can't wait to finally see a ghost. Yeah, exciting's a word. We'll see how you two feel once that thing gets started. Oh yeah, we invited Zane. Yo, don't rush off ghost busting without Zane. No way I was gonna forget your promise, Stella. Zane, glad you could make it. I was confronted with my own mortality the first time yesterday, so I'm desperate for answers about the afterlife to ease my troubled mind. Let's go mess with some ghosts. I hope my house is big enough for 5 ghost hunters at once. This is everyone. We can go ahead and get started. It's through the back. Follow me. You and your companions grab some equipment from one of Stella's carefully stashed bug-out bags before heading towards the junction connecting Oscar's house and the library. Oh, that's a cute little hallway. Looks like the sun is almost set. This is when stuff usually starts to kick off. I haven't been back inside for about a week, so I have no idea what to expect. Hey! You're not doing this without me. If there's a ghost, I want to see it with my own eyes. Sorry, Mr. Oscar. I tried to stop her, but she was really convincing. Oh, hi Zane. What's up? Yo. Rosalina! I mean, she is injured and on pain meds, but like, oh, I'm concerned. Is this a like life or death decision that I'm making right now? Let her come with us. It's her house too. Yeah, I'm done resting. And it's not like hobbling around the library is any different than hobbling around our house. I miss being there. I miss feeling home. You shouldn't be hobbling around at all. Just take it easy until you're more healed. I've got to learn to walk around eventually. Might as well start while I'm still on pain meds, and our house is 1 story. It's not like I'm climbing Everest. Oscar sighs. The doctors did say I should encourage you to practice walking. Okay, you can come along, but if you get tired or it starts to hurt, let me know right away. Thanks, Dad. Let's get our house back. You all cross over the threshold and enter Oscar's living room. Family photos line the walls, and stacks of books sit comfortably on wooden furniture. Sorry for doing... Oh no. Is that? That's not a ditchling. Wait, is that pixel? Is that just like a really weird way that they've decided to draw in pixel at this window? Okay. We'll see. It's not a ditchling, which is a good thing. Like, we saw a ditchling outside the mines, and then the mines collapsed. This is not a ditchling, for sure. This is probably pixel, or it's that thing that we read about, the Wampus Cat. Could be. I mean, who's to say? And there's that feeling again. Like the mines, like the door to the clinic. A dusty, suffocating, dizzy feeling. Something is in this house, though whether it's a ghost or something worse, you cannot know. Okay, so there's another one of those carvings in here. Interesting. Okay, looks pretty normal for now. I don't remember that picture being on the floor, but that could be non-supernatural. None of my equipment is picking up anything around the picture, but I'll set up a camera in case it falls again. Could be important evidence. You might want to save your camera for Rosalina's room. That's where I've seen the ghost manifest. I wonder if the ghost will even show with this many people around. But wait, is it just me or does it suddenly feel colder? Sure does, I definitely feel that. The temperature gun says it's actually a couple of degrees cooler, but that's normal. Rooms and hallways are sometimes colder than other parts of the house. Whoa, a genuine cold spot. I gotta snap a pic for prosperity. Is that it? This isn't very scary. Wait, Rosalina, if the ghost mostly manifests in your room, shouldn't you have seen it? I've only seen the stain. Dad made me switch rooms with him way before we moved out. I wasn't about to let my daughter sleep in a haunted bedroom. I spent most of my nights on the couch before we set up shop in the library. Even if there was something back there, I'm not scared of it. I'm mad at it. Y'all are so brave. I'd be terrified sleeping somewhere that might have a ghost. I'm tempted to do this, just like, how whenever we found out about the nuclear bomb, we was like, yeah, cake's closed, ditchlings made by bomb. Good job. Okay, I like this because we keep, having Scooby-Doo references pop up as options, but I don't know how I feel about covering... Well, it's a small house. It's like Tanglewood. I'm going to be making Phasmophobia references from here on out. Sorry. It's a one-story house. It's probably not that big. Alright, gang, I think we'll cover more ground if we split up and search for clues. As much as I'd love to spend more one-on-one time with you, we really shouldn't split up. Ghost or no, that's a recipe for disaster. Yeah, you're probably right. If we discover a ghost here, we should all discover it together. That's not exactly the angle I was going for, but okay. Yo, once we find the ghost, how are we gonna get rid of it? Like, how does one bust such a thing? Well, my ghost hunting kit has symbols from every major religion, assorted holy books, and a bunch of salt and some jars. For ectoplasm. If worst comes to worst, we can always use the Ouija board to politely ask it to leave. Aren't Ouija boards super cursed? You sure that wouldn't make it mad or invite a demon into the house or something? I think I'd rather not take the chance. One ghost is enough to deal with. I don't much like the thought of opening a door for something worse. Wow, you've never been this superstitious, Dad. This ghost really has you freaked out. Okay. Oscar takes a deep breath before continuing. Let's head to Rosalina's room. Follow me. Dang, we didn't get to split up and look for clues. Oh wow, the stain. This is where I've seen it. It appears on top of the stain. Weird, I'm not getting anything. Not even cold. It's the same temperature as the living room. Nothing on the EMF either. Then your equipment is wrong. The stain is definitely paranormal. I've scrubbed it out too many times to count, and it just keeps coming back. It's just a stain, Dad. Can't we just cover it back up? I don't mind sleeping in here. Let's get scientific about this. If you scrub the stain out a bunch, maybe that's part of a summoning ritual. If y'all are offering a free carpet cleaning, be my guest. The stain is an attempt at expression. There are no words, no decipherable patterns, but you can still feel it. A cry for help from something that has lost its voice. Something is crying out for help, huh? You might be onto something, Max. I wonder if the blood spells something out on the floor underneath. Have you tried tearing up the carpet? In a house owned by the government? Nope, I'm not messing with the carpets. I'd rather scrub ghost blood out of it every day than have the government take me to court for destroying their property. It could be a good idea. This could be a sign of structural damage, and I'm sure the government would rather know about it than wind up with a bigger problem down the line, right? Only one way to be sure. Stella excitedly starts tugging at the corner of the carpet. Oh dear. You're doing the government a favor, really. Oh! That's not super or paranormal in nature, but like, that is suspicious. Well, what if there isn't a ghost after all? What if somebody lives down there? Okay, maybe I don't want to sleep in here. A hatch. This is even better than finding a message. But there's no basement in this house. At least, we weren't told about a basement. And look, all the red stuff is coming from underneath. Oh yeah, this is super haunted, alright. We've got a basement chock full of ghosts. I can feel it. Y'all know last month was super rainy. It's clearly been a long time since anyone stepped foot in the basement or crawl space or whatever is under that hatch. There must be a leak that flooded the whole area under the house. The water dissolved the caulk around the edge and leaked through the carpet. And it's red because North Carolina has red-ass dirt. It's simple as that. It's not mud, it's blood. Human blood. I tested it. Maybe you tested it wrong? It can't be blood, right? Whatever it is, I need to know what's down there. I need to know what's been under my bed all these years. I mean, Kanika might be onto something. Even if it's human blood, we kind of are in a town with a lot of bad history. And also, Wayne is maybe being impostered. So, his body could be down there. Who knows for how long? Yeah, there's an old hatch in the floor and someone tried to seal it up. We're not leaving until we've explored every nook and cranny. Have you considered they may have tried to seal something up because it's unsafe? Uh-oh, do you think the flooding could have made the house unstable? I'm all in on ghost hunting. I don't know if I could crawl around dangerous crevice. I'm going for it. Oh, well, that's not good. Okay. You come to an Oscar's living room. You can't tell what time it is, and your friends are nowhere in sight. At least physically, this is Oscar's living room. Spiritually and mentally, you've been ripped away to some other place. The building feels colder, and there's something about the air that feels wrong. It's stale, with an undercurrent of mold and earth. You feel claustrophobic, as though you're in a coffin, each breath depleting what little oxygen is left. Okay, I wonder if something physically happened, or if it's another thing that, happened in the mind. Oh, this is call. I thought it meant call. Hello? Is anybody there? There's no reply. Whatever just happened was weird, but your friends are probably still in Rosalina's room. You head further into the house. Oh, cool. Something isn't right. It feels like late summer afternoon. The air is warm and wet, and the scent of flowers drifts on the breeze. Oh god. Movement stirs as a figure cloaked in shadows rises to attention. Who are you? What are you doing on my property? The lover. Oh. Okay. Presents. Eddie, it's Charlie. Did you say Eddie? No one's called me that in a long time. It's Ed Warden now. I'm not a child anymore. It's been a long time, hasn't it? I wasn't sure I was ever going to come back, and I'm glad I did. It's good to see you. I wish I could say the same. You should have stayed gone, and you absolutely shouldn't have showed up here of all places. If you're caught, I don't think you understand what Father might do. Come with me, Eddie. Haven't you always wanted to see the coast? Now's your chance. We can just leave. I can't. It's not that easy for me. My brothers were sent to Normandy, and now I'm the only Scarlet left besides Father. I have responsibilities, Charlie. I think I'm gonna continue doing my mystical thing. Screw your family. Screw my family. Why are we letting the choices made by our fathers destroy our lives, too? You should just get out of town while you still can. Whatever you come back for, it's not worth it. You're right. What I came back for isn't worth it. But you are. I won't leave the holler without you. If you change your mind, I'll be around. She's long gone with the shadow of the corner of the room. You're alone again in this strange garden. Oh, I really don't want to follow her. I don't like this. All of this is gross. And it makes me uncomfy. You turn. As you do, a single door standing in solitary middle of the garden appears before you. You walk up to the door and open it. Bells ring as a cacophony rages outside. The door in front of you pulsates as figures unseen bang against it. The shaded figure from the garden sits in the corner, ever so slightly more defined. Junior, pack your things. Quickly, hurry. Maybe we should run him out on a rail too, make an example of the whole family. Mama, what's going on? Please, he's only a child. We'll leave peacefully. Just give us a little more time. They were only children too. My boy was in there. Why should I give Junior here all the time in the world to gather his little toys and fancy clothes? My boy didn't have that kind of luxury. This is about the mines. This is about the mine collapse. Mama, what's the man talking about? Why hasn't Daddy come home yet? Don't listen to him, Charlie. Just keep packing. Looks like the others are on their way. Better hurry, boy, or you and your little dolls here might get burned up. And as for you, lady, what makes you think you're gonna be keeping any of those valuables you're packing in that fine suitcase of yours? Daddy said when he's not here, I'm the man of the house, so you don't get to push us around, mister. I'll call the police. No, that's not. The police are probably in the mob. Trust me, boy, the coppers ain't coming here tonight. And what makes you think you can talk to an adult like that? Maybe they should have had you working in the mines too, instead of lazing around this big house. Maybe you would have learned a thing or two about respecting your elders. Don't talk to my son like that. Don't talk to me like that, woman. I call the shots. Now get out, unless you want to go up in flames with all your precious jewels and expensive dresses. You're lucky I'm even letting you leave. Am I supposed to be you? It's okay, Charlie. You can make new ones, even better than these. It's good for him. Shouldn't be playing with dolls anyway. Now you're gonna have to earn your keep like the rest of us, boy. No more inheritance for you. The mother and the mob are whisked away, leaving you behind in an empty room. As they depart, the front door stops pounding and opens to a beckoning white void. Before you have the chance to think, another door creaks open on what you thought was the ceiling.
There you are.
This... Okay, I do not believe this is a human being anymore. This is definitely an entity, and I don't know if it's possessing Wayne, or if it's pretending to be him in a different body.
This is quite the maze, isn't it? And absolutely crawling with these miserable little parasites.
I was gonna say he might be my only way out, but I don't know if I trust him.
Bottom feeders.
Oh gods. I think that is a ditchling that he just squished, and if he's calling them bottom feeders, he's an entity worse. Though the ditchlings are technically harmless, and I'm probably in a vision and not actually here, fingers crossed. I'm gonna save. How did you get down here?
I followed you in. I'm never very far behind.
As he approaches, a smell hits you. Sweating, suffocating flesh, with a tinge of the saturine and stomach-churning scent of decay.
Shall we find the end of this little maze?
I guess I don't... Oh. There's no need for you to run away from Wayne. You step past him and walk into the void. Ugh, I'm still not out of this, though. You're outside, and it's night, a false moon looming massively in the painted sky. Wayne is gone. The night feels thick and warm, the insects lively, their calls unnaturally tiny. Everything feels warped and wrong, like you're listening to a record fished from the bottom of the pond. Unless your eyes are playing tricks on you, the shadow in the corner keeps getting closer. Great. You poor dear. I've been keeping track of you, scuttling around town like a tomcat. You've fallen hard for Miss Edwarden, haven't you? Back off, lady. I don't know you, and if you know what's good for you, you don't know me either. There's no need to be embarrassed. Your secret is safe with me. You know, I never did approve of what the Scarlets did to your family, and what it did to the two of you youngins. Childhood sweethearts, just think of how lovely it would be if you could just be happy together. That's all you want, isn't it? Don't talk about my family, and I don't need life advice from some old broad. I'm sure by now you've realized the young lady doesn't plan on leaving with you. But it's not for a lack of desire, as you well know. Oh no, I don't know that word. It's a notch. Even if you dragged her over the town limits, his hold over her would make sure neither of you were ever happy again. Just think of what would happen to your poor mother and father. Do you want that to be the two of you? We would never be like them. We love each other. My mother just loved his money. As soon as it was gone, so was she. And then all he loved was booze. Me and Eddie aren't like that. Powers at work here are stronger than your love could withstand. You need to break the bonds holding her here. Then you can both be free. No more misfortune. Not for you, not for anyone else bold enough to step foot outside the holler. The witch mimes handing you something, though her hand is empty. Everything you need to know is on that map. Something about this woman doesn't sit right. She must have some sort of ulterior motive. I don't understand. Is this a map? And some kind of poem? That's where you'll find them. You need her there, then read what I've written down, and be careful. Good luck to the both of you. I hope you get your happiness. And then she's gone.
It's trying to get rid of me. It'll have to try harder.
I don't think now is a good time to ask about Tabitha, and also with this, I don't know if that is Sam Wayne. Am I dead?
Of course not. I would never let something so weak harm you, let alone kill you.
Are you Sam Wayne? Or are you something else?
The body that stands before you is Sam Wayne.
What's doing this?
A resident, a ghost, whatever it is you call it. The leftovers of a human existence, festering and forgotten, feeding on the energy of more powerful beings to do this.
Let's get a move on.
After you. There's still a ways to go before we rid ourselves of this pest.
What are you?
I'm a friend.
You know, that doesn't really answer the what part. Of course, it's not going to elaborate. Do you know the way out?
I will soon. But in the meantime, you have nothing to fear. I'm watching over you.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Good. I'm glad you've decided to put your fear aside.
I think it's funny he's saying that as if he wasn't being creepy and stalking me. And that's like, fear is like a normal response to that, but whatever. You continue forward through the uncanny underbush.